Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got some weirder, I think that's probably the right way to put it, Pokémon TCG stories to have a little bit of a look at. So let's start off with, 604 different coins. Shout out to lovely Primal Lugia for bringing this to my attention. And essentially, what's happening is, over in China, they are releasing a set of 151 coins. That's weird. It's one for each Pokemon, 1 to 151. What's even potentially weirder is they are making 4 different versions of each coin. Check out these 4 Pikachu. So, basically, if you want to try and collect all of them, that's going to be 604. Which is weird. Yeah. China like doing this. And it's worth pointing out, not all of the original 151 Pokemon have actually had a coin so far. So some Pokemon are going to make their coin debuts here with 4 different versions. Only in China. China love doing this lately. In Pokemon 151, China have done this a bunch. Where they've basically gone, what if we do, because obviously 151 happening, what if we do 151 different versions? And they just keep going. And I love it. I think it's weird and bizarre and wonderful and brilliant. And I kind of hope they keep going, honestly. I kind of hope they keep going. We've already seen they are doing a crossover with KFC. Weird, but I'm going to allow it. We've already seen that they are going to be doing a bunch of binders, portfolios. Again, with all 151 original Pokemon available to be grabbed. Because why would they not? We've seen they're doing Master Balls, and there's a bunch of new Oswaldo Cato Pikachu artworks. Because of course there is. Pokemon 151 over in China is bizarre. They are really going for it. And having 151 different coins and 4 versions of each to make 604 in total is weird. But I don't think it's bad. But if you want something even weirder than 604 different coins, how about 151 different types of Master Fong Fragrant Crispy Noodles? Yeah, you see, what they're doing is they're doing a little promotion where they are doing this 151 packaging. And it is a crossover with the 151 set. Does anybody want to guess, and I promise you this is real, does anyone want to guess how many different types of packaging Master Fong Fragrant Crispy is making for this line? Yeah, they're making 151 different types of noodle packaging. I think they're noodles. Yeah, deliciously crispy noodles. They're making 151 different types of packaging. That's weird, but also kind of awesome. Oh, and every time you buy one of these, you get a random sticker. And anyone want to guess how many different types of stickers they are? Yeah, there's obviously 151 different types of stickers. They actually are the same artwork as the binders I showed you a minute ago. So now all of a sudden we've got noodles with 151 different types of packaging and 151 stickers available to go with 151 different portfolios and 151 different coins and our random KFC crossover promotion. I love everything about this. China and the Pokemon Company over in China have gone completely, and I mean completely over the top with 151, and I say that with love and admiration and frankly jealousy, because they are going so much harder on this set than we did in the West, or Japan did, or any other country's done, and I'm jealous Because I want to go and buy 151 different packs of noodles with different, or same packs of noodle with different Pokemon art on. It's weird and bizarre and brilliant, and I love it. And I honestly hope we get stuff like this in the future, because it's fantastic. What's that? You want more news that you definitely weren't expecting? How about Pokemon Indonesia giving out promo cards with Indomilk? Indomilk is apparently flavored milk. And when you buy the flavored milk, you get yourself packaging with Pokemon on, which is cool. But this is not a channel where we talk about Pokemon packaging on various food products, because if we did, we'd be here all day, which we kind of are anyway. But that's not the point. The point is we're here for Pokemon cards, and don't worry, because when you get a Indomilk Kids multi-pack, you get a free Pokemon game card collection promo card. And there are 10 to collect. So you get one of 10 promos by just picking this up. And let's just start off with the big one. It's Pikachu EX. There is a stamped Pikachu EX with Indomilk. And the Indomilk logo, I'm sorry to be mean here, it's not a particularly fancy logo. I don't think that's a mean thing to say. It's not some kind of like lovely fancy logo. It's just a rectangle with Indomilk written in it. That's it. That's the stamp. But you can get one of them with Pikachu EX on. Is this a brand new, never before seen Pikachu EX? No. Obviously, it's not a brand new, never before seen Pikachu EX. It is the Pikachu EX that came around in Paldea Evolved. Not even the good one from Surging Sparks. Also, side note, we have had 4 mechanically unique Pikachu EX in the set so far. I will say, this one's not the worst. Cool. But just having a Pikachu EX stamped with Indomilk is great. It's the kind of thing where nobody needs it. It's far from an essential card. But it's one of those where it's weird enough and unique enough that if you've got one of these in your binder, people are going to look at it and they're going to go, oh, it's Pikachu EX. And then they're going to look again and they're going to go, did not see that coming. Okay. And then people are going to get excited. I kind of love this, honestly. This is quite cool. We do have a Sprigatito coming in here. It is actually promo 001. So, at least it was in English. So, one of the very, very first promos. And, of course, we've got ourselves a Quaxley here, which was from the same run of promos, the very first Scarlet and Violet promos. This was Scarlet and Violet promo 003. So, of course, Scarlet and Violet promo 002 was Fuecoco. And yes, wiggling his tail, we're getting that one as well. And given my love for Fuecoco, usual thing here, if anybody out there is in Indonesia or is going to Indonesia and finds that they're actually in a position where they can pick one of these up and they want to do a little bit of a trade for the stamped Fuecoco, I would be quite delighted. Because frankly, I want all the Fuecoco, and this is a Fuecoco which is very much not in my collection. And there is a chance that this one never ends up in my collection. So if anybody can hook me up, I would be absolutely delighted. So we got those 3 first partner Pokemon from Gen 9, in addition to the Pikachu. What else is available? This Electabuzz. And I get Pikachu EX, I get the first partner Pokemon. Why Electabuzz? If anybody's wondering, it's a pretty recent Electabuzz. It came out in Stellar Crown. It is actually the most recent Electabuzz. I don't know why this is a promo. Like, you could have asked me to guess what the promos are going to be. I would have guessed probably hundreds of cards before I suggested this. Don't know, doesn't mean it's bad. There is the T-Zero Slowpoke. Not a fan of Slowpoke generally. I'm a big fan of this artwork. T-Zero is brilliant. This again was a card from Stellar Crown, so a moderately recent card. Bearing in mind it takes time to kind of put all this stuff into production, so it's very likely, or at least possible, that when this promotion was being designed, Stellar Crown was the most recent set. So what they're essentially doing here is just taking cards from the most recent set, just because that seems like a pretty cool idea. We've got ourselves a Cubone. Now, this Cubone actually came around initially, anyone want to guess? In Stellar Crown. Maybe they're just taking a bunch of Gen 1 Pokemon from Stellar Crown. Maybe that's what they're doing here. They're just going, look, anything that's Gen 1 and Stellar Crown, we'll take it. And then we look at Zorua, which is very much not Gen 1, and is very much not Stellar Crown. This one's Enshrouded Fable. Bearing in mind, Enshrouded Fable, this one did actually have the artwork rare, the illustration rare, which is obviously cooler. But this is the regular version. It's not a horrible card. And now we got a stamped version. We've then got Skarmory, because who doesn't love Skarmory? Yeah? But weirdly, this is not the most recent Skarmory. It's the one from Twilight Masquerade. Having said that, the most recent Skarmory is from Surging Sparks, so there is a possibility here, like I say, that when this promo set was being put together, the newer Skarmory wasn't an option because it didn't exist, in which case this at the time would have been the most recent Skarmory. And then we've got Meowth. Really nice artwork on this Meowth, sitting on a wall looking at the stars, which also came around from Shrouded Fable. So you can certainly see the kind of time frame they're selecting cards from, other than Pikachu EX and the first part of the Pokemon, which again makes sense that they would be a little bit special. So there we go. Go and buy Indomilk over in Indonesia, get a bunch of promos, go to China and get 151 versions of 151 different things, and have a wonderful time doing so. I did set this up as a video full of weirder news, and I think I've delivered on that. This is news I was generally not expecting. I don't think any of you were either. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Star of Dav, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.